Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Entitled Parents. Story 1. Entitled Mom wants to pay me $307 an hour to watch her kids. Basically what the title says, an entitled mom reached out to me asking if I could watch her kids for 13 hours a week for $40. She wants me to 1. Watch 2 kids under 5, 2. Cook them meals, and 3. Clean her home. My usual rate for a job like that would be $15 to $20 an hour given my experience, skills/qualifications, and what the job is asking for. When I told her my rate, she cussed me out and told me it would be a privilege to watch her kids. And that I should just take the job since I obviously need the money. Story 2. Entitled aunt refuses to punish her entitled brats. Okay, I'm going to dive in. I fucking hate my aunt and her kids, especially her 2 younger kids, 5M and 8F, and their fucking mom, 44. Now you may ask why? It's simple. Her kids are annoying as fuck and she defends them. Oh, they're just kids now. Her youngest hits everyone, screams all the time, and is a actual brat. Do y'all have any advice? Edit something I wanted to add. She has 8 kids. I wish I was joking. I think it's a Arab thing. Idk. Story 3. Wearing 2 necklace means I'm rich and boasting about it. I'll mention now I'm nowhere near rich and I wasn't boasting about it. I actually had my necklaces tucked under my shirt, cause I didn't want it swinging/bouncing around smacking myself in the face and for workplace roles. This happened years ago and I had just gotten back home before a community parade was about to start soon. It was going to walk down the street in front of my house. My family had started setting up lawn chairs and rugs to watch the parade. We had invited our relatives to come to our house so they can also watch the parades too, so it's time for the parade to reach us. It's a really hot summer day and my parents make me and my siblings hand out popsicles to our cousins to cool down. No big deal, I grab a few popsicles and start going from cousin and their parents handing out ice cream. Some take the ice cream while others say they don't mind, just getting a bottle of water is fine. I reach one of my aunts and I'm reaching out her ice cream. She notices my necklaces and loudly says, "Oh, you're wearing 2 necklace, aren't you rich?" I'll mention she was wearing a full face of makeup, a gold necklace herself, several rings on her fingers and earrings. While I was wearing said necklaces, plain black t-shirt, black jeans, sneakers, and no makeup or rings, nothing that screamed I'm rich. Look at me. I feel my face getting extremely hot out of embarrassment, cause the necklace weren't actually that expensive. One was just a dragon heart stone wrapped in wool string and the second one was a blessed fake gold cross on a fake chain. I made sure to try and cover them with the cuff of my shirt, but each time I walked by her, she'll loudly point out that I'm wearing 2 necklace and must have paid a lot of money for both of them. After the parade ends, she comes up to me and asks, "So how much did you pay to get both of your necklace? Cause if you can afford it, you should be able to buy yourself a car to drive to work instead of forcing your parents to take you to work." I'm mad and pull out the necklace, telling her this one, dragon stone, isn't even made with metal and fairly cheap, while this one, cross, isn't even real gold, so stop acting like I'm rich. Aunt started acting like she's just creaking a joke and I shouldn't be taking it personally. She was my uncle, dad's side of the family, second wife, and she didn't know anything about America until she married our uncle. Now she's acting like she's the smartest person in the world after learning English and getting her first job about a year after living in America. Didn't help that she went to my mom, told her I'm being rude to her, before saying that I need to be nice to my elders. My mom refused to listen to me, even if she's the one who gave me the cross necklace, cause I was having bad nightmares and she had our priest bless that same cross necklace to help me sleep better. It's been a few months and the cross necklace chain has broke and I'm still wearing the dragon heart stone. TLDR entitled aunt mocks me for wearing 2 necklace, victimize herself when I get mad at her. Story 4. Is my dad entitled or am I just wrong? So I'm 21 and work and still live with my dad, but lately he's been getting on my case about telling me to move out, and I get it, I really do, cause at my age I should have my own place, but I don't have much money to move out, and also he's forcing to buy food for myself. There's nothing wrong with that, but I feel if I buy my own groceries I'll be living with him longer, since I'm wasting money, and I'm trying to save up my money cause I can't stand him much longer. Help. Story 5. I thought I was a brat, but my father is just a douche. TW for essay later in this post. I'm 26F. In all of my adulthood I have been contemplating whether my childhood was fucked up or not that bad. I have been struggling with depression and undiagnosed anxiety from like 13-14 years old on. Recently I got diagnosed with ADHD, which explains a lot of my struggles. I often thought, why am I so depressed and miserable? It's not like I had a bad childhood or something. While I used to look for the blame in my parents, I can now find comfort that my condition caused a lot of the struggles. I'm currently traveling abroad with my husband, daughter, 2yo, my father, 66, and my half-sister, 15, from his second wife. During the past 2 weeks my husband confirmed a lot of thoughts I had towards my dad. Like, is he egocentric or do I want too much attention? My husband could definitely say, wow, his world really just revolves around himself, doesn't it? I could name so many examples of his behavior that it'd fill a book. Now my sister's relationship to him is so much better. I tried to ask her what she thinks of him every now and then, and she is so untouched by his antics. They are so chill and affectionate towards each other, a wholesome father-daughter relationship. I'm not gonna lie, it frustrates me. While my stepmom, her bio mom, treated me like an alien in the household, she was perfectly cared for. While I felt betrayed by my own father leaving me behind, she could experience an intact childhood and family. I love it for her, I just get mad that I couldn't have it. A few nights ago my father and I had a bottle of wine and I called him out on a lot of this. While he agrees that my stepmom / his ex-wife treated me unfair, he is denying any fault that lies in him. I confessed to him I was SA as a kid in school. Nobody noticed and I don't blame him. But my stepmom catched a few clues and accused me of SA her daughters instead. I, the victim, was turned in a perpetrator instead. And what did my dad do? Nothing. He said he knew I would never do something to my sisters. But he didn't talk to his wife, my sisters, and not even to me. He watched, listened, and decided to turn his back to the situation. I asked him why and he replied that he didn't want to make the situation worse. I asked, worse for who? For you and your wife. And he said no, for you. To that I replied, so you decided to leave me alone with it. He quickly changed the subject after that and fell into a monologue about why he thinks he is a musical genius. I'm looking forward to the end of our vacation so I can go low contact with him. And talk to my therapist, of course. Story 6. My mom thinks she's entitled to her grandchild at all times. My husband and I live with my mom cause she's a low-income earner. She cannot afford to pay for her mortgage, so we help her pay for her mortgage and house maintenance, etc. I also pay for most of her bills and all her car notes. In return, she helps with babysitting when she's free. Lately she's started to become controlling towards my 2-year-old. She has yelled and screamed at her almost every other day, said nasty things. Couple days ago, my daughter wanted to sleep with her, so I let her. Middle of the night, daughter started crying profusely. So I came out to check and was picking up my daughter from her bed to come sleep with me. My mom suddenly snatched her away from me and said, no, she cannot sleep with you, let her go. I was shocked and said, that is my daughter, what is wrong with you? She then said, but she is my grandchild, continued to pull her from me while my daughter was crying. The next morning, she acted as if nothing happened and tried to converse with me. It was extremely bizarre. Since then I can't look at her the same way and have not spoken to my mom. I had talked about this with my direct relatives and they said I am wrong, took my mom's side. I'm honestly not sure what to say anymore. Am I the bad one here? For context, my mom was borderline abusive to me my entire life and never took accountability for any of her wrongdoings. Everything she did she claimed was because she wanted good things for me. I confronted her many times about her yelling at my child but she has not stopped, claiming your daughter is bad so I have to teach her. My daughter is literally 2, can barely speak. Not sure what is so bad about her spilling water or wanting to draw on the floor. Update: lots of folks are asking why I allow my daughter to be in her life. It's a long story of how I got there. But over the years, I thought my mom had changed and became a nicer person. I've always assumed it must have been hard being a single mom raising kids, that's why I could understand why she was angry at us lots of times. And my daughter's obviously not near her anymore after what happened. I'm still processing the situation and trying my best here. A lot of people in my Story 7. Update 2: my dad threatened to hurt me. It's been another long day, we've been at home trying to figure out where my dad or sperm donor is located. We don't know where he is but we know he's in our state. I woke up at my dad spam calling my mom because he couldn't get a hold of me. I was asleep and didn't know he was calling BC. I turned my phone off for a bit. He is threatening to hurt us again and saying how I'm never gonna be his son again and he hates me and that I'm a disappointment, how he wishes he pulled out. Honestly I wish he did too but YK. Anyway he also cut all funds for me and my lil sibling to basically live because of our fight. I feel bad because my lil sibling won't be getting new school stuff and we are barely eating again. I've eaten one meal because I'm making sure my siblings and mom eat. Me and my mom are looking for a job to help us and pay off the car. That means I'ma get my license and my mom's friends will babysit while we work. It's just such an asshole move. We were struggling as is and he throws everything away for us to pick up because he's a pathetic piece of shit deadbeat father. He's only doing this to get back at me and control me again. He also tried to contact me an hour ago with a shitty Grabify link for my IP. I know he thinks I'm stupid BC. I'm dropping out of high school but I know how to grab PPLS IP. I'm not internet dumb, he is just old and needs to figure out a better way to do it. Honestly that's it, we haven't left the house at all without someone and we've just been scared hoping he won't come since the police said he's allowed to do this. BTW he doesn't pay for the house or its bills. We live with my mom's GFBC. My dad is always on the road. Story 8. My mom threw away all my chokers because wearing a choker is screaming that you are a whore. So context. My parents are both extremely Christian and both work for the church. I myself am Christian but do dress goth because I enjoy spooky things and it makes me happy. Sadly my mother doesn't agree but lets it slide since I am 21. I am an adult but still live with my parents due to my disability and being in college at the same time. She was chill with the goth thing. Till yesterday, when I was looking for my chokers because I was going on a girls' day shopping trip with my friend. I couldn't find my chokers and asked my mom if she knew where they were since I always keep them in my room which she never goes into due to my bearded dragon and other reptiles being gross to her. That is when she told me she threw them away because wearing a choker is just screaming that you are a whore whom has her legs open for business for any guy. Note that I am in a committed relationship with my boyfriend of 2 years now and have no interest in hooking up with random guys or anyone who isn't my boyfriend. This is where I yelled at her back and forth for a few minutes before going with my friend and ranting to my bestie about it. My bestie got me 2 new chokers thankfully and will keep them at their place so my mom can't get a hold of any more chokers. I'm still fuming mad about this. So much for my collection of 16 different chokers. Guess I'm going to have to start again and try to move out as soon as I can after college to escape her taking all of my pets with me of course. I have been ranting to my bearded dragon while writing this as well. OC. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.